Today we'll be looking at pedigrees, specifically investigating modes of inheritance, a football edition. Types we'll be investigating are autosomal dominant, autosomal recessive, X-linked dominant, X-linked recessive, and Y-linked. To the right, you can see the alleles that correspond to the person getting the trait. And now, let's look at the pedigree that I created. My pedigree, I did a little take with football. The 1, 2, and 3 Roman numerals, that indicates generation, and the 1 and 2 by their name, that indicates the birth order. If you're a circle, you're a female. If you're a square, you're a male. And if you're shaded, that means you possess the trait of being good at football. Also, you see the little line connecting Mrs. Wolf and Mr. Wolf? That's because they got married on February 28th, 1981 by Wake Forest mascot, the Deacon. So for the first one, we're going to do autosomal recessive, and it looks like this one will be able to work. To show the traits, both of your alleles need to be recessive, and it's not going to be sex-linked, so they will not be attached to the X or Y. So it looks like this one will work for us. Now we're going to look at autosomal dominant. That means you have to have a dominant allele either for one of them or both of them. And as we can see, everything looks pretty good, so this one can pass. Now we're looking at X-linked dominant. And as we can see, that means that the X chromosome has to have the dominant allele to show the trait. And as we can see, there's really no errors within here. It looks like this could possibly be the mode of inheritance for this trait. So we are now on to X-linked recessive, and this is the first one we see that where it's not possible for this to be the mode of inheritance. For X-linked recessive to have the trait, your X chromosomes, either if you're a woman, both of them, or if you're male, only one, has to have the recessive alleles. So we can see that for UNC, it's possible. You can get the dominant X allele from their father, which is the University of North Carolina system, and the recessive X allele from the mother, so that's the NCAA. So it wouldn't show the trait. However, for NC State, it does show the trait, so they need 2 recessive X alleles. However, the one they get from their father, and the only one they can get, is the dominant allele. So this makes this pedigree not possible. And so lastly, we're going to look at the Y-linked inheritance, and this one's kind of pretty straightforward. If you have the trait, you're going to be a male, and as we can see on our pedigree, the child of the University of North Carolina system in the NCAA, NC State has the trait, but it's a female, it has no Y. So ultimately, it's disproving that this could be a Y-linked inheritance. These are the results of NC State versus UNC football from over the last 20 years, and it looks like we're up 12-8, so a little validity to the pedigree. Go Pack.